infrastructure, the foundation, your servers and your access points and your broadband access, all of these things are not only classroom necessary, but they're also your business office. They have to have all of that stuff in order for them to do their job. Your superintendent has to have his computer. He has to have computer access. He has to have internet access. He has to have programs on his computer for him to do his job. Your classrooms, your communication. If you have a VoIP phone system, you have to have a robust network to be able to handle that. Disaster recovery. Greensburg is a perfect example of that, and so is Joplin. You know, we have two things really close by us that we saw. Disaster recovery is very, very important. And with students and the data that they have, that they're creating online or just on their computers, and the things that teachers are doing, and everybody's putting everything to digital, your business offices, that's called big data. And you need the servers, whether they're in the cloud or whether they're in a server closet. You've got to have those physical servers to hold all that stuff. Plus, you have to have the programs and the ability to get to all of that data. And then you have to have the system that is set up so that when you have so much data in there that is more than 15 years old, it automatically starts overwriting it. You have to set those parameters. So all of that has to be thought of to make it work. And it's all available. It's all out there. It's already created. All you have to do is the money to make it happen. Planning, strategic planning, understanding what is out there and available, what your district needs, how to make it work, and then plan to buy it. You know, I know we can't get it all at once, but if you have the right people together with the right frame of mind, you can do it in phases. Philosophical, you have to understand where technology is going in the real world, so that when you're building your school, building your infrastructure, or revamping your infrastructure, you have those philosophical conversations already. That's easy for you to say. The philosophical conversations already, and you can move ahead. You don't have to beat the dead horse. Okay? We already know it's here. Technology is here. It's here to stay. It's not going anywhere but more of it. That's just all there is to it. Broadband access in and out of school is very much a concern. I don't personally, my experience with students and talking to students and parents are, they have no problem having broadband in their house. They have no problem getting a wireless router for the most part. Now there still are some parents that are digging their heels and saying, no, my child is not going to have any technology whatsoever. And you know what? They do. They have the technology. They just don't show their parents. I'll tell you that right now. They go to McDonald's where they have free Wi-Fi, or they sit in the high school parking lot and do their work there. You know, I know Ray Niles, 15 years ago in Heston, in Sedgwick, that's right, in Sedgwick, she was talking to one of the conferences, KSDE or something, about how she can drive by the high school when they first got wireless internet. She'd drive by the high school and there's like 10 cars sitting out there in front of the high school using the high school's wireless to get, and there's students in their cars doing their homework in front of the high school, you know, and she never blocked it. It was only SEPA compliant and COPA compliant, and that was 15 years ago, you know. So broadband is here, it's all over the place. A lot of communities are even providing broadband for everyone in their community. They're just providing broadband. And you know, that's a really smart marketing thing, especially for a small town to do, because of jobs being network-based, where it doesn't matter where a person lives. Kansas is a great place to live for somebody who works out of New York or out of San Francisco, because they can buy a huge house for as much as it would cost them to buy a little soapbox in New York. And as long as they can do their job and fly out to wherever they need to go, Kansas is a perfect place. If we provided broadband access to everybody in Kansas, think of what we could do for the economy of Kansas. Wouldn't that be phenomenal? So, SEPA and COPA are concerns.
You can run for governor.
There we go. Would you vote for me? It's not the device, it's the behavior. And I've had this conversation with high school principals before. You know, students tweeted very inappropriate things during school one day. They wanted to take away the devices and I said, you know, it's really not the device, it's the child's behavior. We need to make sure that child, not only that child, but the people around them and the people that, told us about it, we need them to understand that what you post online is for everyone to see. Even at how private your Facebook is, if somebody is standing behind a friend of yours and looking at their Facebook page and you post something, that person's seen it. They're not a friend, but they've seen it. So everything you post on Facebook, on Twitter, whatever, MySpace, is still publicly available.
So infrastructure considerations, conclusion, one sentence.
You've got to have you've got to have the infrastructure built in order to do any of this other stuff. If you do not have this, none of this is worth anything. This might as well be burned.
This is not the glamorous side, but this is the building's going to fall if you don't have this.
This is your foundation, the part that costs the most money, your foundation. No one's ever going to see it except, the construction workers.
You'll sure feel it, though.
But you sure feel it. When it's not there, you know it. Yeah.
Excellent.